I'm going to try to mix up the topics every single day. But what we're about to talk about is probably going to get my video demonetized or whatever. But at the same time, who really cares? Because free speech. So for those who don't know, big bombshell news broke this weird 11-hour video, and I watched. As you can see here, you can see I was watching it. I'm talking about I was sitting. If I was in the kitchen cooking, I was watching. If I was downstairs in the living room, I was watching. At my desk, I was watching. And this is supposed to be the cell block where I got to be careful what words I say because YouTube don't like it. Where the child offender, Jeffrey Epstein, was housed. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the way. I'm not a conspiracy theory type dude. I'm just like something fishy going on. And I believe that he did. I believe that Trump is involved in some way, shape, or form. And he don't want people to know. And I think that something happened where Jeffrey Epstein got smoked. It's just too fishy. So, for example, when I was watching this video, for one, it's just weird. For one, they put this video out and you can't see nothing. These are not jail cell doors. This is a door that goes to a hallway outside of the unit. Epstein's cell is over here somewhere. The guard station is right here, but everything is just weird. And then the way they've been acting about it, it's like they've been treating, for example, let me see something here. The way they've been acting about it with these interviews and our attorney general, I can't trust you. Let me see something. Let's see if I can find this video. So the whole situation is just a mess. And it makes you really wonder. So all these new people that got into office, what is it? People like, who runs the FBI now? Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, all these people that were like, you know what, we get in the office, we going to open that Epstein shit up. We're going to let y'all see it. We're going to tell you who were the people that were trafficking these kids and smashing them and all on the planes. And all of a sudden, now they're telling us it was like there was no client list. Jeffrey Epstein was just downloading inappropriate stuff for himself. So if that's the case, then what is a woman? And for those who don't know, I streamed 5 years ago. I streamed on this channel, Ghislaine Maxwell's hearing. And then the New York State contacted me and told me to take it down. But the point is, I was following this trial heavily, the whole situation. And I just knew something just sounded fishy. And I said, wait a minute. And every time our president did an interview or said something about Epstein, and as you can see, he's got pictures with him there, he would always start acting weird. He would always start, look, see, let me see if I can play this. He will always start acting weird.
This week, the Department of Justice released a widely anticipated memo detailing the findings of Jeffrey Epstein's 2019 death in a New York City prison. The report ruled out any foul play, confirming Epstein died by suicide, and found no evidence that he kept a client list to incriminate those involved in his sex trafficking ring. Now, some of President Trump's far-right allies are frustrated that the administration appears to be ready to move on from the Epstein investigation. John Yang has more. John?
The Trump administration officials had...
So now, all of a sudden, they're like, look, why y'all keep asking these questions about Epstein? Like, you need to move on. Like, what are we doing? And it's like, yo, you ran that, like, what, like the things he ran on, right, was immigration, law and order, meaning crime, wasteful spending, and Epstein. That kept coming up. So now we're supposed to be like, oh, well, you know, told us, you know, involved in nothing. That's it. Just move on. Don't ask no questions. No, nothing.
I guess now staff writer of the Atlantic and MSNBC.
Let me find that clip where he got pissed. And it's like, you know, you hit just with him. It's like he was on the plane. Like, how many charges has he been convicted of already? It's like, on the plane, fine. You know, case may be. You was on the plane. Here we go. Let me look at this right here.
And telling Fox that she had all the files on her desk.
This is something Donald Trump has talked about. The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's directive by Trump.
And she went on from there. She detailed all the stuff that she has on her desk. And then, right after that, and says, Matthew, or she hands actually all this information to MAGA supporters. It's redacted, and they're so excited to get it. They're putting it on video, and they're saying, we have the access to this information. And they open it up, and there's nothing there. It's redacted. There's nothing there. So again,
no, I'm not trying to get canceled. That's why I'm making sure I'm being careful talking about this. But it is a story that I covered in the past. This is not new for me. I didn't just say, oh, I'm just going to cover, I was interested to see like when it's going to happen because, something was up when they had certain, I guess I want to say like 4 journalists get a hold of some files, like a batch of files. But then we found out like, nothing in there worthwhile and everything was pretty much redacted. So, people really want this man or really want everybody to be exposed of who was supposedly in there. Then it's like, why keep bullshitting around? Just tell people, just say what's in there. Is this it? Let me see something. I'm trying to find that one clip yesterday that really pissed me off.
Donald Trump and his administration speculation about.
And you know what the crazy part about it is? It's not just on one side anymore. It's both parties all like, yo, we're not trying to hear that shit. Like you said, here it is right here. And then they had the nerve to get nasty, like something wrong, or the media doing something wrong for asking questions.
Her desk for review. Here's how she responded when she was asked about the memo during Donald Trump's cabinet meeting today.
In February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant.
See, to go from saying it's on my desk, but then say, nah, it's just a file, I ain't open it, just suspect. And this is one of those type of things where now it's not going to go away. People need to have more questions because they're like, wait a minute, like, that hyped us up saying like, yeah, we'll get in first day, first week, we're going to release everything. Don't make no sense. And then this video just don't make it, like, none of it makes sense. That was an interesting video I was watching last night. Let me show you a clip of it. And I just stumbled across this guy's channel. And I was like, you know what? This is actually a good breakdown. Let me see if I can find it. What is it? It says yesterday. There it is.
The Department of Justice and the FBI released the 11-hour camera footage of the Special Housing Unit, or SHU, where Jeffrey Epstein was being held the night that he offed himself. And we already have a lot of questions.
Listen to right here. Is it going to play? What are you doing? Why are you not playing?
Until almost 5 a.m. All right. And at 5:27, we have a bit of a movement, but we have a 5:27 a.m. in the morning. This is something that the officer is going out again. You can play this at, twice his speed.
I don't drink Pepsi.
He gestures, and she goes in, but where's the figure? There's a strange hooded figure. Who is this? This person, who I assume is a female and is wearing a hoodie, is going out at 5:38 in the morning, and we haven't seen her. I assume that it's a she at no point of the night since Jeffrey Epstein was walked to his cell, and you cannot make out her features. I think it's a hoodie that she's wearing or something that's covering, and there's no way of looking at her face.
The point is, the whole thing's strange. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, I think that dude, he too much. I think just like everybody else thinks, regardless, is that Epstein knew too much. And some people said, listen, he can't go to court. He can't make it out of that jail cell. We got to get him out of here. And now they found out in those files that whether it's donors, whether it's other politicians, whether it's, whoever the case may have been, the president of the United States, they're like, oh yeah, we can't come out. It's going to be outrage. Now, you can't assume that all the people that was taking his planes were engaging in activity with children. But just being on that list or being on that plane and denying it, that's where the problem is. And I think that's what a lot of people are scared of being associated with it. Yeah, he was very open, meaning Epstein, because he fought for it before. But I just don't like how, they ran it. They told us, everything. And even in that long 11-hour video, There's a minute missing of the video, like between like 11:59 a.m. There's a minute missing. And you can see in the video at the top corner of the video that it's some type of menu up there, almost like they edited it. Is this, my bad, I'm reading something. It's raining like crazy over here. So, but it's not gonna go away. It's the story in the country right now. And they're trying to deflect and, talk about us. But it's like, y'all just give us no information. Y'all said we was going to have this day one and, heads roll. Oh, my God, Froffot. Listen, why are you spamming my chat, dog? What's going on? Get it together. Grow up. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming every day. At least I'm going to try to. I don't have to be anywhere the next few days. And I got to start digging out this hole that I got myself in. For those who didn't know or who didn't care, Philadelphia had a strike where they wasn't picking up trash. Luckily, thank God for me, I don't live in Philadelphia anymore. But they had a trash strike where trash was just popping up all over the city. Let me see if this is it.
Now to the breaking news overnight about the Jeffrey Epstein files and the conspiracy theories officially being rejected. Overnight, the FBI and Justice Department releasing 11 hours of...
for that one interview he did.
President Trump is making it clear
It's really on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with
her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
This is what pissed me off, because he's coming at a reporter for asking the question, and it's like, how you gonna,
against calls to fire.
are refusing to move on. That's after an FBI and Justice Department memo confirmed Epstein died by suicide, among other findings. ABC's Andrew Dimebert has the story.
The Trump administration pushing back against calls to fire Attorney General Pam Bondi over her handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
A Justice Department report this week revealed the accused sex trafficker did not keep a secret so-called client list, seemingly contradicting Bondi's statement earlier this year that she had Epstein's list in her office.
it's sitting on my desk right now to review.
What?
Bondi now clarifying that statement, saying she was taken out of context.
My response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well.
The Justice Department report also confirming Epstein died by suicide. Investigators saying the conclusion that Epstein died by suicide is further supported by video footage from where Epstein was housed. But some critics raising questions about that footage, pointing to a jump in the timestamp from 11:58:59 to midnight. Bondi, when asked about the missing minute, said the videotape glitch happens every night and is not a sign of tampering. Still, some Trump loyalists not happy with these explanations.
The only other explanation that I can think of, again, maybe you've got another, is that intel services are at the very center of this story.
Elon Musk also critical, posting, how can people be expected to have faith in Trump if he won't release the Epstein files?
I remember just a few weeks ago, they were beefing and he said that Epstein was on the list. That's why he wouldn't release it. But I can't wait to see how this plays out, because now all's pissed. All them fools used to be talking shit about Trump, and now they're all in this cabin, spineless humans. Yeah, how about that? It's true. Even the vice president, J.D. Vance. But I didn't like that, though. I didn't like how a question was asked, and he's like, are you still talking about him? Like, dude is not, a child. It's like, yeah, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you told us you was going to give us some answers, and you, just move on. Been years. Fuck out of here. Well, anyway, I'm going to see you guys later on. You might see me even later on tonight. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.